radio. Shout it.
Break that down to me then, Toomp. What was that like when you went down there to Miami and you got introduced to that bass scene?
Man, I'm going to tell you, man, shout outs to definitely Peter Jones, Shadi, man, the first guy to ever take me out of Georgia. You know, I have a beautiful family, but we just never went on vacations, man. We never really had a real family reunion, not the Davis side. But and first time ever getting on the airplane and everything. So it was crazy. Our first show was in California, and we doing shows out there. And then finally he was like, hey, man, we about to go to Florida. We about to work on the second album because, you know, he had got to be Tough album out already. Mm-hmm. And we went down there to work on the Come and Correct album, me, him, and this guy Mike Fresh.
Yeah.
And man, just getting down there for the first time, seeing them women with them nice bottoms, nice asses, man. I'm talking about no injections. These were just straight natural. We was like, yo, there's something in the water down here.
My God.
Yeah, and the clubs, man, everybody had the music sped up, like 142 BPM. That was the Pac Jam. Another club called Strawberries. Another one called Inferno. Man, Inferno was like the Charles Disco of Miami. Mm-hmm. It can be a shootout Friday, it's still gonna be packed Saturday night. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the D-boys would be in there. You see all their cars parked outside. It was back in convertible bird, all of them.
Yeah.
Man, it was crazy. So we talking about late 87 going into 88. The album was called Come and Correct in 88.
That's right.
And yeah, man, just that whole experience, bro. I grew up fast. I was the youngest guy on the tour bus. You know what I mean? So you already know how that was, you know, touring with them. You know, the Move Something tour, Band in the USA tour. You know, it's a few of them, you know.
So now, talk to me about New Jack City. What was that like when y'all had to put that song on that soundtrack?
Dick in the Dirt.
Come on.
I'm going to tell you, it was funny because Luke, he said, hey, y'all, I got something on the table. And around this time, I think Mr. Mix Hobbs, he wasn't involved with it at that time. I don't know exactly what was going on. So he brought it to me, Mike Fresh, and Cool Collie. You know Cool Collie, Rodney Terry? So we was called ODS, a production team. And basically, you know, we had the whole idea like, hey, man, you know, we're going to get this beat together. We're going to throw some Scarface samples in here. So what I did was took this track from the Neville Brothers and put it in the SP-1200. I used Mr. Mix drum machine, actually, because it was just right on the spot, like, you know. So I went through his crates and everything, and I sampled that joint, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And we put all the Scarface and all the little sound effects in it, man, and put Wong Wong and Marquise on it. Next thing you know, boom, man, it's on the New Jack City soundtrack.
Okay, Toomp, as a young man watching New Jack City, when that damn song came on, I knew that song was touching me personally, and man, it was relatable. I did not understand, because it's a New York, it's New Jack City. Money was
in the Jeep, like, yo,
come on,
this make look your D, man, you know, and this crack, you know. Yeah.
And see, this the type of stuff that I'm talking about, Toomp. When you find out that Toomp was behind that, but you understand that sound, because to be honest with you, that was some trap music right there.
Yeah, it was trap music.
Come on.
Had the 808
Come on.
Yeah.
So now when it got into the production side of things, though, Toomp, what was it that made you say, you know what, I've been DJing, but it's time for me to start jamming?
Really, what really made me start taking production seriously, believe it or not, it was even before the whole Shadi thing. I was still with Raheem, and that's when I ran into DJ Bobcat. He used to come down here and, you know, do little parties and whatnot. And one of the last times he came, it was around 86. He was like, yo, Toomp, you know, this DJ stuff is cool, but man, I'm getting ready to get into production.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm working with LL Cool J. And you, come on, man.
Yeah.
I was a DJ, and I still want to be like LL. Like, everybody wanted to be like LL. You know, that's the days when it was cool.
LL.
Yeah, when it was cool to have your favorite rap on your wall.
Facts.
Now niggas think it's gay. You know what I mean? And it's sad, man, because you can't even be a true fan no more.
My God.
Yeah, that's sad, right?
Yes.
Niggas even let their pride get in the way
of enjoying life.
They don't even have in stores no more because so many niggas pride.
Yeah.
You finna go up there, nigga. Yeah, it's your favorite rapper, so you don't want to get his autograph. Okay.
My God.
But anyway.
Now I'm with you.
So, and when Bobcat was like, yo, I'm about to get into production. And when I saw the I'm Bad video, when I saw him on the video for the first time, and then I read the credits, produced by Bobcat, and, you know, I'm like, okay. LA Posse, and that's why I'm getting ready to start taking this shit seriously. So instead of me putting money aside for a gold rope, which I had that, I just wanted to get more. You know, I wanted the next picture to just look crazy.
That's right.
All the D-boys.
Come on.
You know, and then instead, man, I started saving up for a drum machine, man, and finally got me an SP12. You know. In
them early days, what was the first song that you felt really put you in the game?
Put me in the game. Actually, man, and it ended up being the last song on that Coming Correct album, and that was Shake It by MC Shy-D.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Mike Fresh, my man, he programmed the beat, but I came with the whole thing.
The funk.
Because I was still learning the SP12 at that point. So I'm like, yo, we finna get these drums from this BDP, Bridges Over.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know that was Impeach the President. But it was just that boom, boom, cat. And I used to love the kick and that snare.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, instead of everybody using the regular 808 kick and snare, I wanted to put that Bridges Over kick and snare in the SP. And I was like, and I kept telling Shy-D we need to do a song with a repetitive hook. That's why if you listen to that album, that's the only song on that. That song sounds totally different from everything on the album. Because him and Mike, you know, we all produced it, but that was one where I was like, hey, I want to put these sounds in. This is how I want this song to sound.
Exactly.
Ended up being the biggest song on the album.